Hi guys, it's been a while. Life is good. I don't know, I just kind of took a break from recording, and I'm not really gonna hold myself to a strict schedule just because, you know, I want to enjoy my summer and I'm pretty busy. So let's get beyond that. We're here with the Stanley Parable. I had this on my hard drive since like August 2015 and never played it, but you know, why not start it now? So I've never played this ever. I haven't watched the playthrough of it, so I don't know. I don't know what the story is. We are going to find out along the way. My hair probably looks pretty weird right now, and that's because my webcam is mirrored. Trust me, it looks much better in real life. But that's besides the point. So yeah.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Let's hear about it.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
By the way, I have subtitles on just for my own self, because I might be talking like this, but I also want to read this.
He sat at his desk in room 427, and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
So essentially
this
coding.
Is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Good for you, Stanley.
And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Yo, did Stanley just get laid off?
No one showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and
I love how that's regaining your senses. Or am I supposed to move? Hold up. Wait a minute. I have a feeling I'm not supposed to be spinning right now.
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
Yo, it's giving me like motion sickness,
This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
I have a feeling I'm not supposed to be spinning right now.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed.
Yo,
then days.
Can you?
Had years gone by?
Stop.
He no longer had the ability to
like
tell.
swiping to the right to try to cancel it.
Any doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end.
Why am I spinning?
He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
I better not be spinning. Oh my god. Bro, are you serious? Okay, hold up. Options. Keyboard and mouse. Mouse sensitivity? Do I need to like... Acceleration amount? Slow... bro. Raw mouse input enabled? Maybe that'll help? Bro, I can't. I can't! Hold up. Okay, keyboard and mouse. If I disable this and then go back, just keep everything the same. Bruh. Okay, I'm gonna be right back and see if I can fix this. Okay, after like 10 minutes, I'm finally back. I think the problem was, I googled it and it had something to do with like joystick 0 or whatever. And I had my PS4 controller plugged in because that's what I play Rocket League with, and normally that's not a problem on any game. I never even thought about it. but I took it out, relaunched the game, and it seems to be okay now. So yeah, let's head out. So let's see. We'll try all these doors.
Were gone. What could it mean?
They left him
Stanley
and went on a lunch
to
break.
The meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There we go. We missed a memo, bro. Now, where's the meeting room? Is this the meeting room? Yo, 420! It's
Stanley
obviously
went
in there.
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
I hate Mondays. Nor did it advance the story. Did they just break the fourth wall right there, bro? And also, am I playing on, like, the highest sensitivity possible? Give me a sec, boys. Acceleration amount? No. Mount sensitivity. That's what I want to take down. Back.
He came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Alright. Oh, that's too low. I probably should have, like, figured all this out before I started recording, but whatever. Alright, I like that. No, actually, I'm so picky, I'm sorry. I just need to fine-tune it. Resume the game. Okay, that's a bit better.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
I love how don't get
he
fired
might find an answer there.
Is one of the tips for not getting fired. Now, hold on, let me look at some of this stuff. You know, I want to go into the business field. Better learn something from this game. Alright, yeah. Work harder, hard worker. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, yeah. That's just the schedule. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. The future was today, tomorrow is now. I mean, the future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Alright, let's see. Who moved my desk? Yo, that guy's pretty pissed off. Yeah, I agree. Synergize core values, yeah, yeah. Help, I'm a post-it. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's go. Room closet. Yo, where's his boss?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss gets his own floor? Okay. The dang! Boss is living it up. Is this his boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Dude, the boss is
Shocked,
ballin'.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from
boss,
him.
that's not how it's done,
the boss
man.
had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, not at all. But where's the keypad, bro? Because I know it. Can I, like, pick up this chair? What is in this?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Oh, can't do it because Stanley doesn't know, bro.
Was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
2845. I heard that passive-aggressive tone, Mr. Narrator.
Buttons on the keypad.
Tisk,
Stanley
tisk.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Dude, the
He
sarcasm.
stepped into
Oh
the
my
newly
god.
opened passageway.
Yo, is this construction on CS:GO? I think that's... No, that's Inferno. That's Inferno. Yeah. Alright. Yo. Let's hit it. We're going on a trip. Let's see. Oh, rip. I died in the elevator. Loading, 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 loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Oh, did you know, Stanley?
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Oh, better be
Why
careful,
did he
Stanley.
feel this now, when for years it had never occurred
You
to
sat and did the same
him.
monotone
This question
task.
would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, dang, nice sound design right there. Yo, is this Monsters, Inc.? Is this the torture scene?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Bruh.
Mind Control Facility.
But there's escape right there. Yo. Where do I go? See, this is when I wish I was streaming. Because then I could ask chat, I'm like, do I go here or do I escape? YOLO, let's go in. Let's get our minds controlled. This is like the scene from The Incredibles. I'm just referencing so many movies here. Yo, is that binary, bro? I love how I'm like, I have to lean in on my into my monitor because I don't think you can like zoom in. Whatever, let's just hit this button.
Rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yo, can I get that in my room?
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I only have one
did
monitor.
He have the strength to find out?
Can I jump? Nope, can't jump. Yo, security cameras. It's the NSA! Alright, another I Hate Mondays mug. I'm gonna try to like look at stuff and employee observation protocol and actually like try to, because I know this game has a lot of stuff in it, so I'm gonna try to learn.
Now the monitors jump to life, their true nature revealed.
Bro, this is literally in The Incredibles.
Of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
1984, all over again. Oh boys, we going up.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
400 something.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Pretty much 1984.
No.
Just saying.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Should have escaped,
was unthinkable.
dude. I should have escaped.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Gotta say though, this narration is pretty solid.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Yo, bro, that's
And as the
up.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, Stanley. So I'm assuming that means we go to the power room and then we get rid of it. Yo, IMAX right here. Can I run? No, I can't run. On and off. You have this whole mind control facility and you literally control it with on and off. SMH, bro. Alright. Let's drink some water. Yeah, why does my cursor keep showing up? Okay, I see some dots.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Sorry for drinking so much water, but I'm thirsty.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yeah, man.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Well,
but
I
as
guess we're about to
sunlight
find
streamed
out.
into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Yo, why are they
Perhaps
going
his
down?
goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
That is true.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yeah, once the door finishes opening, bro. Give me time.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Right.
And Stanley was happy.
Good for you, Stanley. I beat the game. I did it, guys. Oh, it was all a dream! Hold on, let me look at Stanley's office for a little bit. And just sit in here all day? Bruh, there's like nothing in there. Alright.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Bruh, we already went over this. I should have escaped, man. Should have escaped.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And he saw nobody in the meeting room, went to his boss's, like, hella nice suite.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd come into a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is some trippy stuff. I don't remember the code, so I'll have to wait.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Tell me.
Stanley wondered aloud.
I should have remembered.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret phone number, 2845.
That probably means something.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yo, what's going on here, man? I already beat the game. This is interesting, though. Like, in all seriousness, I'm interested to see where this goes. And, like, why I'm doing the exact same thing as I literally just did. Maybe maybe it's gonna tell me to escape this time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But what if Stanley didn't? What if Stanley went this way? Wait. Hold up. What if we do this? What if we go through it one more time? If it's the same thing, then we'll escape. That's what I'm gonna do, just in case. And if it is the same thing, then I'll just skip through until we get back to this passageway. Once we get to the end.
An enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Bruh.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Can you fall down? I'm not gonna test it. Alright. Hopefully something different happens, or else I'm just wasting my time.
Monitors jumped to life.
427.
Nature revealed.
Where am I?
Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
There it is! There's my office.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley,
right there,
one of them,
in the middle.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, this way. Yo, what is with those 4 screens up top? Like, could you not make it more organized? Like, what's the deal up there, bro?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Yo.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Right, there it is.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Bro, I swear if this is the same thing, I'm gonna be, like, low-key pissed off at myself.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
It's gonna be the same thing. Like, it has to be.
Was it even possible?
Because why would they have the escape route,
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go shut down the power.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
5.
or content.
What does 5
Walking,
do?
eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this.
What do all these buttons do? I feel like
And
there's
as the
multiple
cold reality of
endings,
his
like depending
past
on all the
began to
buttons you
sink in,
press.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never
Alright,
again exert its terrible power.
Bye-bye. Let's see if this is the same thing. Because if it is, low-key pissed off. Imagine if I got the achievement, like, beat the game twice.
Of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
It's the same thing.
He had won. He had
SMH.
defeated the machine.
But I don't know. I'm not going to say anything until I walk outside.
Command.
I'm like 99% sure it's the same thing, and it'll be different if I go down the escape route.
Door slowly opened.
Just had to make sure, though.
On how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Right, can I go down into the darkness?
Co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this
Is it
strange
just
opening
me,
hold?
or does the
But as
narrator
sunlight
remind me
streamed
of
into the
Jeremy
chamber,
Clarkson?
He realized none of this mattered to him.
Just saying.
For it was not knowledge or even power.
Sounds a
that
lot
he
like
had
Jeremy
been
Clarkson
seeking,
from Top Gear.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to
That is
go,
a weird clicking
what to
noise,
do,
dude.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
I can't jump over the black.
Stanley
I can't jump at all.
through the open door.
Yep. Okay.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Should we do the same
The
thing
feeling
again?
of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Right.
And Stanley was happy.
Am I gonna beat the game twice? I wasted my time. Right, okay, I'll be right back.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oh my god.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with
Oh
some
my-
calming new age music.
Oh my god. Bro, I just got trolled. I just got trolled so hardcore.
Soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly
Dude,
walked forward
he
into
knows.
the opened passageway.
He knows. That's funny. Alright, let's escape this time. Another thing that I might want to try, if we end up in his office again, is going through the right door. Because we go through the left door. That's the first decision we come to, is going through the left or right door. And I just went through the left one. Because why not?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Except he didn't.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I guess we're about to die then. Mr. Narrator.
The door behind him
Fight
was
me.
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Quit being so passive-aggressive, mate.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Are those lasers? No. It's down here, man. Did I legit just die? Nope, still falling.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Bro.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss,
Dude.
like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Savage.
Willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Mr. Narrator. No chill.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Yo!
As Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Yo!
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Bruh. Now this is making me wonder what was in the right door. Oh, yo.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Can't handle this, man.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Bruh. This game, it's already messing with my mind.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Is this like a museum of my office? Yeah, but there's the two doors, bro. Bro, this is some freaky stuff. A solitaire. What is this? Filing cabinet? I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to do, bro. Do these all go to the same area? Yeah, what?
Stanley pushed number 6. The text is
Bro, this is... I don't know what to do right now, man. This is weird. The countdown desks. Yo, okay. Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to go. Not going there yet. I want to explore the rest of this. Because this is actually kind of cool. Bro, this is some weird stuff. I'm gonna get lost just in here, man. It's so... You can't do this to me, game. Okay, so I'm assuming that this is just like a museum. Oh, I already went in here. Okay, so I need to find the exit again. Right here. Alright. Well, the parts that I explored were cool.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Who? For this game.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both
Thought I was gonna be back in my office, bro.
Press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now will be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
I don't know if I should, like, do what the game is telling me to do, or if I should just do what I'm doing. Hello? What? 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 Yo, okay, hold up.
This is the story of
a man named Stanley, blah blah blah. Fam.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
Yo, that's different narration.
He needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Is that a pun, bro?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Bro, there's so many aspects to this game. Yeah, we're going back. Alright, that's what I get for not following directions. Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Bro.
Please, stop trying to make every decision.
I thought I knew what I was getting into with this game.
For me, I'm asking for her.
But obviously not.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
The heck?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Bro. There's my office.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
What oven?
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Bro, what the?
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Savage.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
Bro.
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Please do.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
0 or O?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
This is probably a really long episode, but
now,
like, when do I
coming
stop?
back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Yeah, you
it was
creepy
wonderful.
aff.
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
You're breaking the fifth wall.
Excited him terribly.
O or 0?
So
Zero,
he went
okay.
further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere
Bro,
thought
my
that
mind.
his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oh, we're
As he
making
wandered
dinner now?
through this fantasy world,
Yo, where'd
he
my
began
dinner
to fill
go,
it
bro?
with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path
Yo,
lay
I'm
an
building
enormous
my
round
office
room
again.
with monitors and mind controls.
Phone, go away.
Down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Bro!
It was such a wonderful
Bro!
fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again.
What
and
the
again,
heck?
And again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Yeah, please.
And I'm trying
go
to
to
tell
sleep.
him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Sorry, Internet.
Get out of my room!
What are you even doing? What are you playing?
The Stanley Parable?
Can you cut this part out?
I don't know.
Bye.
SMH. Well, let's
You
hit the
see?
button.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill
Yeah,
himself?
why is this game so
How can I get him
suicidal,
to see
bro?
what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Put a mirror in front of me? Yeah, I'm just gonna
I suppose
question
I
nothing.
can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Bro, why is he so
And I tried
condescending?
again.
Please
Stanley
die!
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Yo, this game wants me to
And
die, bro. Yo, this is
All
new
of his
layout.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
This is new layout.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley
It's the
came
doors
to the set
again.
of 2 open doors,
You know,
he
fine.
entered the
I'll
door
go.
on his left.
I'll go to the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But what's down there? We'll go up, we'll go up.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah,
Bro.
blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
He's using French now? This game, it knows. It knows.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I don't even know like what to do anymore. Like what path to take, man.
Did he have the strength?
I'm just used to Minecraft. Okay.
The monitors jumped to life.
Yeah, we have to find a stopping point soon.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, what is that noise?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I'm so confused.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
what if I hit
with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Bro. What if I turn it on?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself.
I do.
What you wanted? Control?
Sure, man.
Oh, Stanley, well, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Bro.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
Oh, yo, we about to run, son.
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Bro.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Okay.
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
Yo, that's green.
What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that?
No.
You'd like to know
Bro.
where your co-workers are?
That wasn't very
A
nice.
moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
This is legit
Other
1984.
times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Bro.
You know what? To hell with it.
You're so
I'm going to put
sadistic.
some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going?
Yeah, I do have no idea, Mr. Narrator.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
But I did beat it. I got the achievement,
bro.
bro.
What your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to
I hear the music.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Bro.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
I don't even know what to say
30 seconds
anymore.
Until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
What the
or will you
heck?
let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
And there goes the nukes. And now what? And we're back in the office. Oh man. Right, well this episode's long enough, so I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. My mind needs a bit to rest. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, and if you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you on the flip side, and you guys stay classy.